Hello everybody, this is Cody Lobreau checking in from BeerCrank.ca. Today I'm reviewing the craft beer advent calendar beer for December 21st, 2016. Today we have the Cognac Barrel Aged Amber Ale from Débauche out of France. Just to let you know that the Cognac Barrel is an amber ale worked with oak wood and cognac. It's listed as being warm and sweet. Her perfect tasting temperature is 10 degrees. Let's enjoy this on the way. One thing you'll notice is that it's 9.5%. So if you're somebody who's more used to more of a typical amber ale, something that's about 5.5, 6% tops, this is going to be a little much for you. So I generally recommend drinking this at nighttime, right before bed, or after your favorite hockey team winning or losing, or after dinner. This is going to be a dessert kind of beer for me. I love this sort of style as it is. It's perfect for this time of the year, right before Christmas. It's going to be a good one, I believe. So take a look at the label here. Let's get this open here. Sorry. It's gushing a little bit here. Whoa. One thing you'll probably notice if you're a beer snob or a beer geek is that I'm not using a proper glass. Unfortunately, I didn't have the right glass for this beer, so I had to work with what I had closest to it. So I have a little bit of snifter here from Half Pints of Winnipeg. Oh, this one's, it didn't gush as much as I expected, but as you can see, it has a rich amount of beige cookie dough kind of foam to it. It's a pretty heavy beer. It's a nutty dark brown in appearance. The lighting here is not so great, so it's tough to tell what kind of hue it is or anything like that. It's a little bit carbonated. I heard a little bit of fizz the second I opened it up, so I got a little bit of that. Put this back in here. When it comes to the aroma, the first thing I noticed is a little bit of cognac. I'm not a cognac drinker, so I'm not too familiar with the aromas, the flavors, the palate of it as it is, so you have to bear with me for that as it is. The aroma starts out with a little bit of nuttiness to it. It's sweet, has a bit of booziness to it, reminiscent of a barley wine, but it's more subtle, a lot more subtle than what I'm used to. Even for an amber ale, I thought it'd be more a caramel maltiness to it, but so far my palate, my nose is just a little plugged up as it is. There is a bit of the caramel in there, a bit of wood, kind of like oak in there as well. Pardon me, like I'm getting a little bit of foam on my nose as it is. Definite, a little bit of booziness to it. I'm assuming from it's from the cognac. A little bit of creamy, vanilla, ice cream kind of flavor, smell to it. Dark fruits, kind of like raisins or prunes. Let's try this out. Booze front up and center. Very strong. It gives you that cognac right off the bat. Oh, yeah. Following that, it has a really rich amount of burnt caramel. So if you're a fan of salted caramel, like especially this time of year, a lot of people like. For me, like I like a salted caramel mocha at coffee shops. It has a lot of that flavor to it. Very sweet. Dark fruits, like raisins again. But for the most part, it's sweet, burnt caramel, salted caramel kind of thing, and the cognac just comes out. There's also notes of the oak being used to. It's not your typical North American oakiness. It's a little bit more, a little bit earthier. For hoppiness, I'm not noticing much. It's more earthy there too. I get a bit of aftertaste that's slightly metallic, but all in all, you can tell that this is 9.4%. So this is something I'd recommend sharing with a friend if they weren't lucky enough to get an advent calendar. Thankfully, I was lucky enough to get an advent calendar this year. Most years, there's only 8 in all of Brandon, Manitoba. And Brandon, Manitoba has 50,000 people and a growing craft beer scene. So cheers. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did. And oh, this is a great beer. This is Cody from BeerCrank.ca. Have a Merry Christmas and hope you enjoy the rest of the craft advent calendar beers.